Here's a summary of 5 ways to get out of PSI rules.
Can you avoid PSI? First, let's break it down. The PSI rules, introduced on 1 July 2000, determine whether your income is truly business income or just a salary in disguise. These rules prevent individuals from shifting income into company or trust to claim greater deductions, access lower tax rate, split income with family members. So, what counts as PSI? PSI apply when income is earned primarily for your personal skills, expertise, or effort. Think IT consultant, financial advisors, doctors, software developers, engineers, architects, and tradies who get paid hourly regardless of project progress. If your income is classified as PSI, you may not be able to claim deductions on rent, interest, rates, and land tax on your home, payment or superannuation contribution to associate, or you cannot retain income in the company for tax benefit. Instead, you will have to report the income as if you earn it personally, just like a salary. However, you may be able to get out of the PSI rules. First, we need to look at all the businesses that the PSI money goes through. No matter how many entities you add between yourself and the income, they all be counted as personal service entity or PSE. These PSE will be caught under PSI restriction unless they are qualified as personal service business or PSB. So PSB is your friend here. There are tests to make sure these entities you put in place are real business and not just salary in disguise. So the first test is the result test. This is the strongest test. The result test requires at least 75% of your PSI must satisfy all 3 conditions. Condition 1 is producing a result. When a client hires you, are they paying you to complete a whole project or just for your time? If you are an IT consultant billing hourly to fix issues as they arise, that's not producing a result. But if a client hires you to build an entire software system with clear deliverables, that's producing a result. Condition 2 is providing your own tools and equipment. For this one, think about what's essential to do your job. Example, a welder bring their own machine and plasma cutter. That's essential equipment, so they pass the test. Or a business consultant who only needs a laptop. The ATO considers that's a standard working practice, so they are also deemed to pass this test. Condition 3 is fixing defects at your own cost. This one is straightforward. If you messed up the job, who pays to fix it? If the client takes responsibility, you fail this test. If you have to redo the work at your own cost, you pass. If your PSE passes the test, congratulations. It is a PSB and PSI rule do not apply. If not, let's move to the 80% rules. The 80% rules is checking if 80% or more of your income come from one client. If yes, you must apply for a private binding ruling from the ATO, which costs between $15,000 to $30,000. The ATO will perform this test and the result is binding, so you cannot do differently in your tax return. If no single client accounts for more than 80% of your income, you can self-assess against this test. As long as your PSE satisfy one of the tests, it is a PSB and PSI rules do not apply. The first one is the unrelated client test. This one is pretty straightforward. If you work for multiple unrelated clients, you are more likely to pass this test. Next, we have the employment test. To pass this one, you need to employ others, not just your associates, and they must perform at least 20% of the core work. Let's say you are an IT consultant and you hire an additional IT expert to help with your workload. If they do a significant portion of the core task, you will meet the test. And finally, we have the business premises test. For this test, you need to operate from an exclusive business location, somewhere physically separate from your home or your associate home. So if you have an office space or a dedicated business premises that is not part of your private living area, you are likely to pass this test. That's all the tests you need to go through.
Here's a summary of 5 ways to get out of PSI rules. First one is to pass the result test. You should review your contract and make sure it says you are engaged to complete a project, not just for your time. Second, your contract price should include materials and provision of equipment. And last one, you or PSE should have professional indemnity or other business insurance. Once you meet these 3 tests, PSI no longer apply. However, if you fail one of those, you can still continue with the next 3 tests, as long as you have at least 2 clients and no single client accounts for 80% or more of your income. So you either pass the unrelated client test, or you employ someone who can do core work, or your business premises is separated from your home or an associate home.
Think your income may be PSI? Getting it right is crucial. Misreporting can lead to penalties, tax shortfall, and general interest charge. Especially the ATO is actively monitor this area. Look at this case that the ATO has been bringing to court. Please talk to your accountant or use the ATO PSI tools to check your status. I have attached the ATO link below in the comment area. Please like and subscribe if you find it useful. Got any question? Drop a comment below and I will see you next time.